You don't say. Oh, bye. I don't know who that was. He didn't say. But you are here for a tour. We'll start down here with the lady who founded the Old Vic. Come with me. This is Emma Conn's all-round good egg. The first thing she did was kick out the gin palace that had been our front of house operation. So our dressing room has housed Daniel Radcliffe twice. This is rear stage, just through there, the workshop. This space is very versatile. This area has been used as the site for the in-house ping pong championship. Cast the crew, a little bit of that instead of warming up, does a world of good. Now this is a very dark space, but it won't be in a moment because I will take the iron out. Hold on to your hats, it's going to be a wow moment. And there she is. There's evidence of 14 major refurbishments in the theatre's history. If you're going to get to be 204, there will have been some surgery along your way too. And here we are, up as high as we can go. Now, the upper gallery was a tight horseshoe and held 1,500 people standing. So you imagine being stuffed in one corner over there and not being able to move. Well, you know where I'm going with this, don't you? The first person to open the doors at the end of the performance would have their nostrils assailed by the most appalling stench from the gallery. There may also have been the lingering smell of vegetables. The new cut had a big produce market, a lot of which would find its way up to the gallery to be hurled at our unsuspecting turns by our rather discerning galerians. And popular missiles of the day, cabbages, apple cores, prawn shells. Can you imagine? And now a tale of attempted murder. 1992. Theatre was playing Carmen Jones. Up here, a chap somewhat over-refreshed certainly was noticed by the rest of the audience. And so the duty manager was dispatched into the auditorium to sort the problem. Fortunately for him, he was wearing a new pair of shoes. Happily, by hooking one toe under the lip on this bench and grabbing the rail with one hand whilst trying to remove both hands of his assailant from around his throat, he narrowly avoided being pitched over this rail, which would have been extremely unfortunate for at least another half a dozen people down there. I can tell you that was true. I was that hapless house manager. I have to agree with Laurence Olivier when he said he didn't much care for the Vic. Too many stairs. Tables and trains, as you see, which support the chandelier which hangs above the auditorium. Well, I say chandelier, but actually the metal frame is some old prop from some 1940s play. A privileged view, because none of my other visitors come up here. The roof, and it's a long way from the street, let me tell you. At some point up here, there may have been a coop full of chickens. Long story, but we had them up here for about a week before they were eventually taken away. And as you see, just behind is the backside, if you'll pardon the expression, of our royal crest, which looks wonderful from the ground, but when you get up here you will see, as most things in theatre, it's all artifice. It is made of fiberglass. And now exeunt left, pursued by bear. Lillian Bayliss. She changed our name from the Royal Victoria Hall to the Old Vic, and she will be remembered Lillian. This staircase is just made for swanning up and down. And since, darlings, we have to go down anyway, you could all practice swanning down the staircase and making a wonderful entrance to the floor below. Dare, always dare, in neon. Hated it when it first came here, but then I didn't know about neon. So I did some research and found out that it was discovered in the year 1898, the exact year that Lillian Bayliss came to stay. Good with me now? The foundation stone, I think, if it had been 2 inches wider, the stonemason needn't have resorted to the sibilant word Heinesis with no E or apostrophe in sight. Well, there you are. I hope you enjoyed the tour. Before you go, and I wish it could begin with, it was a dark and stormy night, but it wasn't. It was the middle of July in 1989, and the theatre was hosting the Katona József Theatre from Hungary. Well, on this particular night, I'd locked up the 3rd floor and was at the far side of the corridor and saw this figure waft past. Hungarian actress, I thought. Lost. As I came through the door, just up there, that figure disappeared through that bricked up doorway. I'd like to think it were Lillian Bayliss, still doing the rounds. Thank you for listening.